I didn't see you there. How you doing? It's been a long time. Actually, it hasn't. I'm talking shit, and there's no one there. I was here yesterday. I'm here every day, if you don't know. My name's NarendraTheComic, and I've been making a video every day for over 650 days. Yeah, it's tedious. It's long. Kinda love it. Kinda might be addicted in some way. Yeah, we'll go with that, but we're not stopping. We're not stopping making a video every day. As Jake Paul said so iconically, it's every day, bro. We're not stopping until we get to 10,000 subscribers. So subscribe. The quicker you subscribe, the quicker we get to 10,000 subscribers, the quicker I can go to sleep, because that's what I really need. Selfish, I know. Selfish. But at this point, I think I need to be a bit selfish. I need to sleep. So subscribe. That would be great. But for today's video idea came out of absolutely nowhere. Came out of thin air. I was reading an article about, well, a Marvel project in the next couple of years, and it just stemmed this entire thought process of, wait, what's going to happen? What's going to happen if Captain Marvel 2 bombs? Crazy, I know. Marvel don't have flops. They haven't had flops for decades, really, actually. But yeah, I think Captain Marvel 2 has a good chance of making 20, 30, maybe even 40% less box office-wise than the first one. Now, the first one made 1.1 billion somehow. I mean, I appreciate success, so like I'm glad it made that much money. It was a pretty shit film, so I'm surprised it did. I say I'm surprised, but at the same time, like Transformers, I think 4? I like Transformers 3, but Transformers 4 also made $1 billion, so who am I to judge good and bad films making $1 billion when Transformers 4 can make $1 billion? I guess Captain Marvel has every right to be able to make $1 billion, because I can acknowledge Transformers 4 is a lot worse than Captain Marvel. Not a great stick to be measured by, but still, nonetheless, more deserving. You know, even if it was a 4.1 out of 10 film, more deserving. But it is with that success that I feel the sequel could have deep, deep trouble at the box office. Because you see, Marvel have this incredible track record. They have a phenomenal track record with their films over the last 12, 13 years. Because if you look at every independent solo film that they've made in the MCU, every separate IP, each successive film in that franchise has made more money than the predecessor. Now I'm just going to throw the numbers off the bat because I'm a bit of a walking, talking box office machine. You know, I'm a computer. We're all computers, but this is something I know these things. So when you look at Iron Man 1, the first Iron Man made 585 million, I think. The second one made 623. And the third one made over 1.2 billion. So you see there, it went up and then up and then up again. And when you look at, I guess, what is it? Captain America. The first Captain America made, I think, 371 million. Not a great box office return, but then I guess the budgets were much smaller then, so I guess the return didn't look as small as it would have if the budget had been closer to the $200 million mark, but I'm pretty sure they were under 150 for those first couple of Marvel films anyway. But yeah, 371 for the first Captain America. The second one, Winter Soldier, one of my favourite MCU films, one of the better, if not one of the best MCU films, made $714 million at the box office, and then Captain America Civil War made 1.1 billion. Leap, leap, and then leap again. Up, 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 trajectory going to the stratosphere. When you look at Thor, the least well-performing out of the big three, the first Thor made 444 million, I believe, 440, 444, around about there, I think. Then the second Thor made 640 million, I think. And then the third Thor made 870 plus million. So again, the trajectory for Thor is also up and then up again. So that's good. It's going forwards. It's improving every single time. Even when you look at the smaller franchise like AntMan, the first AntMan made like 520, maybe 519 million. And the second one made 620. So while it's a small incremental increase, I guess, compared to the others, it's still an increase, and the budgets for those films are significantly smaller than Marvel films compared to them nowadays. So, you know, it's still profitable and still does well at the box office. And then you get to the last one out of this list, which is Guardians of the Galaxy, the only other film that has a sequel. And it went from 773 million, 774 million in the first one to 864 million, I think. So again, like a $90+ million increase. When you're talking about numbers these large, we're talking about hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, potentially billions of dollars for each franchise and each separate IP. Because the Thor franchise is a $1 billion franchise, Captain America, $1 billion franchise, AntMan, even $1 billion franchise, you know, Iron Man, $1 billion franchise, Guardians of the Galaxy, $1 billion franchise. These are all huge, huge IPs, and they've become more and more popular as the years have gone by. But when you compare it to Captain Marvel, I think we have a problem here. Because Captain Marvel was in a very specific point. It was in between Endgame and Infinity War, and Marvel marketed the film in a way for them to say, you need to see Captain Marvel. You need to see it to understand Endgame, which was an outright lie, Marvel. You lied. You didn't need to lie. But you knew if you didn't lie, the film wouldn't have made 1.1 billion. It wouldn't have been in the Billy Club. You know, it wouldn't have been there. It wouldn't have, because one, the film wasn't good, and two, it was an outright lie. So my analysis of this is, if this film hadn't been placed where it was, which was clever by Marvel, very clever marketing-wise and slot-wise by Marvel. If it hadn't been placed where it was, I think it probably would have grossed closer to $750 million than 1.1 billion. That much of a shift, which is why I would say my projection for Captain Marvel 2, even though nothing has come out about this film, we know nothing about it, I would say my range for it is between 7 and 800 million. That was my range initially for the first one. I think that immense decrease of 300 to 400 million dollars, that's crazy. That's mad. And that would not be liked very well by Disney, I'll tell you, because out of all the Marvel franchises, there's only one that's ever had a decrease in box office revenue, and that is Avengers Age of Ultron. Indeed. The first Avengers made 1.5 billion, I think 1.5 something, 1.8, I think. Yeah, maybe. Check me. I think 1.158. And then the Avengers Age of Ultron made 1.406. I don't know. That one might be wrong, but I think I'm close to it. So there was like $100 million difference there when we're talking about billions and billions of dollars. That's only like a 5-6% drop in total box office sales, and it's the only time Marvel have ever said, and Disney have ever said, that they've been disappointed with the box office return of a film in the MCU, and that was with Age of Ultron, because it grossed less. It grossed less than the predecessor. And that was only by 5%. So imagine if Captain Marvel, you know, its gross decreases by 20, 30, 40%. Not good, which is why I think there's all these rumors about Wolverine potentially being in Captain Marvel 2. And while I absolutely hate those rumors, I sort of believe them, because Marvel's thing now is team-up films, you know, more likely to get butts in seats. I was going to say seats in butts. More likely to get people in the cinema when you have these team-up films or films with multiple characters in them. So I do not want Wolverine in Captain Marvel 2. I think it will sully the character. Give me Rogue in Captain Marvel 2. That might be fun. That might be interesting. Maybe through that you might be able to get Wolverine in there, but I don't want just a Wolverine Captain Marvel film. I mean, it would just be ridiculous. I don't want that. That just sounds shitty. But I think that is the reason why they're looking to do it, because they want to bolster that film so that it's definitely going to be a success. And how can a film with Wolverine in the MCU for the first time not be a success? A bit shit if it's not a Wolverine film, or at least an X-Men film that these characters get debuted in, but, you know, it is what it is. We can't change their thought process. I just hope that he's not in the film. But, again, I understand the reasoning. So, Captain Marvel 2, will it flop? Will it not? I don't know. At the same time, like, $650, $700 million wouldn't technically be a flop on, like, a $180 million budget. So, you know, I don't know if I'd qualify $700 million a flop on that type of budget. But it would definitely be a disappointment. Much like Captain Marvel, the first one. Just the film was an absolute disappointment. Dumpster fire. Absolute trash. Second least favourite MCU film. Yeah. Now you might say, what's my least favourite MCU film? Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's just god-awful. Ant-Man and the Wasp. is the worst piece of programming Marvel has put out since their entire tenure. Like, people have been like, Iron Fist is shit. It's not really the MCU from the way they've put it. But trust me, Iron Fist is a lot better than Ant-Man and the Wasp. Alright? It just is. That is an almost unwatchable film for me. It really is. Captain Marvel is also very unwatchable. But I don't know why. Even Paul Rudd cannot save that film. And I love the guy. Ant-Man, the first one, is pretty high on my list. Higher than most people's probably, but nah. Nah. Ant-Man and the Wasp, trash. 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 And that's maybe a reason why they're considering maybe not doing an Ant-Man 3. Because, well, the character sort of served his purpose with the quantum realm, all that type of stuff. And the films don't exactly make the most money. But, on the other hand, the box office did go up. Whereas Captain Marvel 2, the box office is probably going to go down. Because I cannot see Captain Marvel 2 making $1.3 billion. Calling me stupid. And if you're wrong, if I'm wrong, then I will indeed call myself stupid. But I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think Captain Marvel 2 is making 1.3 billion. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, absolute random stuff going on here, talking absolute nonsense. But if you did enjoy it, then please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then Captain Marvel herself will come after you, man. Now, she defeats a lot of things in the world, alright? She defeats pain. She attacks people who shouldn't be attacked. She's a warrior. She's brainwashed. But now she's not brainwashed. But she'll probably still attack people who shouldn't be attacked. Yeah. Bit of a dickhead, honestly. Don't like her characterization very much. Nothing good there. The best thing about Captain Marvel? Phil Coulson. Yeah. Yeah. But she'll come after you. You don't want that. You really don't, so just subscribe anyway to avoid that. Now, I've been NarendraTheComic. You've been great. I'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. Yes, if you don't know, I make a video every day. Said it at the beginning, so you probably do know. But, you know, I'll say it again. Make a video every day. Been doing it for over 650 days and not stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So subscribe. It would be great. It would be wunderbar. It would be amazing. Yeah. Subscribe. Yeah. But I'll be here tomorrow with some more content. As I say, some more quality, shitty content. Because if there's one thing for certain, it's definitely shitty. I can assure you of that. See you tomorrow, though. Wow. Another week of uploads. See you tomorrow. Skadoosh.